Thanks for tuning in to Bourbon Drop. I'm your host, Myron. Today, I've got a bottle on the channel that I just fell in love with. If you have not seen the review that I did when I put some Georgia whiskeys together, go back and watch it. Let's get it. Bottle drop, bottle drop, bottle drop. I am happy to have this bottle in my presence. Shout out to Brad. Brad was down in Georgia. He was doing some hunting. He was also doing some trading. That's when he was doing the whole old Carter thing. But I asked him to get me a bottle of Blue Note, and I also asked him to get me a bottle of this ASW Georgia Heartwood. But before we get into those bottles, you guys know what I need you to do. Run on over to Patreon, become a Patreon member. Shout out to Victor Santiago and Jay Glover. We've got 2 Bottle Drop tier members. I will be sending them 2 of the glasses just as thanks and just to say and show my appreciation for you guys going over to Patreon. Also, the links to the Westward Pick, they are in the description of this video. Also, they're over on the Patreon and they're available to all members. So you guys can go over there. Even I saw that there are some free members signed up. So all members have access to that post that contains those links. The links will be in this video as well. What else? Yeah, glasses. I got to put the glasses link in there too. Got to get the glasses link in the description for you guys. I appreciate all of the customers that have bought glasses so far. Some of them have bought multiple bundle packs. Some of them have bought multiple singles. Right now, the price has been slashed in half. No, matter of fact, to a third of the original price because I wasn't satisfied with the size of the logo on the glass. So I will put that up there too. If you have not seen it was basically like a blind battle that Sean from Echoes in Eternity sent me. Shout out to Sean. This ASW went neck and neck with 13 Colonies Cask Strength. It is that good. So when I had the opportunity to get a bottle, I had to get a bottle. This thing is good. Now, I don't see an age statement anywhere on here. It doesn't seem to be the case that it doesn't appear that they distill their own products, because what it says is, we never chill, filter, or add color to our whiskeys, finished and bottled by ASW Distillery, Atlanta, Georgia. So seems to me that they're sourcing, which I am completely fine with. A lot of companies source, especially when they're young in the game and they're trying to get their stock up. I don't even know if they distill their own stuff and they're waiting for it to get old. I really don't care. To me, it is just that good. I haven't had anything else from, well, no, I'm sorry. In that blind, Sean did send the ASW Amberana, which I thought smelled like an old, wet, nasty mildew basement. It just was not for me. But this thing right here, I was a big fan of. Let's get into the nose. Almost a sweet, like floral nose. But underneath of it, it just smells so rich. There's this rich, almost earthy, chocolatey. Yeah, I do, and I get that off of wheated bourbons, and this does say wheated and repeated. So this is a wheated bourbon. I do not know the mash bill. I should have looked that up before putting this thing on camera. But yeah, just, oh my gosh. Bourbon whiskey refinished with hand-harvested charred oak staves. All right, this thing, floral, chocolate, rich. It's a sweet floral note. It's almost like a sweet bread. That smells so rich. Let's get into the palate. Rich, chocolatey. There's a maple syrup. There's a heavy vanilla. charry from the mid to the back. Sometimes I pick that char up right on the back of the finish. That char is right in the middle. I don't get a savory note though. It's not super savory. The mouthfeel is just like creamy, a very nice texture, man. Let's get back into the nose. I want to see if I can pull anything else out. Still got a bit of a floral note, a little bit of fruits coming out. Yeah, just slightly fruity. It's not along the lines of like dates or raisins. This is like, I can't put my finger on it. It's got a fruity nose, got a floral nose, but I can't put my finger on it. Some of that oak has come out. Still has a richness to it. All right, back on the palate one more time. That is heavy dark chocolate, vanilla. Super creamy vanilla. Creamy mouthfeel. It is a little dry. It's a little dry. I do not know, like I said, I do not know how old these things are. This is a single barrel pick from Tower. It says 15 staves, Tower, beer, wine, and spirits, superb selection. I am not sure that it's finished with 15 staves. I don't know. It does say hand harvested charred oak staves, so it could have 15 charred oak staves in it. The color on the thing, amazing. Heavy vanilla. It doesn't taste, put it this way, it tastes rich. It doesn't taste super old though. Like it has a drying aspect to it, but it doesn't taste super old, but it's nowhere near youthful, nowhere near grainy. It just, I don't know if this is like the new, just like the new age bourbon. Like this is the bourbon that we're getting now, because I've had my share of older whiskey. One thing that I pull out in older whiskeys is like this fingernail polish remover note and a heavy cherry note. I don't pick up any cherry in this thing at all. I picked up those floral notes. I picked up some of those fruity notes. I couldn't put my finger on exactly like what type of fruit it was. Wasn't fig, wasn't along the lines of grapes or dates or anything like that. But that heavy chocolate, heavy creamy vanilla, almost like just like a sweet bread on the nose. Oh my gosh, man. Let's get into the breakdown, because as you can see, I am a big fan of Georgia Heartwood. This ASW FIDDLER Georgia Heartwood. So this thing ran me 90 bucks. Is it worth the chase? I'm going to say yes. I think that this is actually a bottle that is worth the chase. I don't have these in my area. So if these were at a particular store, or I knew they were coming to a particular store, I would run to that store to get my hands on one. If they suddenly dropped in my area, I would try and buy as many as I could just to have backups of these, because the one that I reviewed, I know this is a single barrel, but the one that I reviewed when I did the blind from Sean, that was amazing. To me, this is amazing. So I would definitely buy these, back them up. So they are worth the chase. Are they worth retail? Like I said, 90 bucks. This thing to me is every bit of worth 90 bucks. I would spend 90 bucks on this thing in a heartbeat. If I could catch it on sale for 75, that would be even greater. But 90 bucks to me, this thing is worth every bit of it. Would I? Well, we don't do the new bourbon drinker anymore. Who is it for? So at 118.6 proof, 59.3 ABV, that's definitely for an intermediate to experienced bourbon drinker. It does not drink super hot. It's very good, but it's very rich, but you do feel it in the throat after you drink on it. Like, it doesn't burn going down, but I experienced the same thing with like 1920 and some other higher proof stuff, like even the Horse Soldier. It's one of those, this is one of those bourbons that you can drink it. It's not rough going down, but you can, like, after it's all said and done, you're like, oh yeah, I had a couple drinks. Like, I don't know why, but like, you feel it down there. So definitely an intermediate to experienced bourbon drinker. Will it always be on the bar? look, I kind of let the cat out of the bag on the first one. This thing, if it was in my area, it would always be on the bar. I would always have a bottle. I would always have a bottle on hand. I would always have a backup of that backup and then a backup of that backup. And with that being said, let the whiskey flow. Never run out unless you add it to a drop. Till next time.